Hello and welcome to Normal Game Couch, and welcome to episode 34 of the Mandleth operation. This is our Terraria Let's Play. You may notice that I'm parked over here at the arena. If you're a regular viewer, you can probably recognize this from the map. I'll tell you, I was grinding for... Is it farming or grinding? I can never remember these days. I was farming for... Clother voodoo dolls, and while I was doing that, a solar eclipse started. So I saved and quit out of the game immediately so that we could have pretty much the entirety of the solar eclipse at our arena, which is something that I wanted to do. I think I mentioned that on a previous episode, like how great would it be to have a solar eclipse at the arena. So now that's what we're doing. Also, on a previous episode, I mentioned that I was farming for a key mold. I'll go ahead and be honest and transparent with you. I did find that key mold, so when we're done with this, we're going to craft that key and go into the dungeon and get a new weapon. I also, while I was farming for Clother voodoo dolls, I found a... something called a, let me see if I remember correctly, I think it was called a bone feather. And I would suspect very much that I can craft a set of wings out of that bone feather. And it's probably a pretty cool looking set of wings, so we're going to try that as well. And I never did find that Clother voodoo doll, so we'll be grinding for that as well. So that's pretty much going to be the gist of the episode. So let's go ahead and jump into the arena and take care of the solar eclipse. Alright, so I have it all set up here where the arena is going to kill most of the things, or at least come close to killing most of the things. Anything that steps on that teleport pad is going to get teleported into this death box. So one of the things that we're looking for the solar arena, or for the the solar eclipse, is a drop from these guys called the sword. Hopefully we can get a couple of those and craft the Terra blade, which is reportedly the best melee weapon in 1.2, which is the version of the game we're playing now. You know, I really like my my knives, though, my vampire knives. So even if I had the Terra blade, I'd probably still use the vampire knives, just saying. And we're going to want to go down there occasionally to collect our loot, because what happens if we don't is old loot disappears and starts being replaced by new loot. Also, let's not forget to collect from the death box occasionally too, if we can get in there. If I sweep underneath the death box, I can get what's inside of there through the walls, but it's very hectic. Alright. I see a pirate map down there. Let's go grab that. I teleported myself into the death box, I think. Oh no, what happened was I was standing on the teleport pad when an enemy teleported into it. That could be very bad for me. I gotta be careful of that. I didn't even think about that. So I guess if I'm standing on the teleporter, even if it's a monster-only deal, I might get sucked through that. So, gotta be careful of that. I never even thought of that, man. Don't want to wind up in that death box. No hero swords yet. Hopefully we get at least one. Just come down here and collect the stuff occasionally. Ah! Don't call it the death box for nothing. Jeez. Also, before the episode, I went into the gnome, not the gnome, what's it called? The Goblin Tinkerer. I went into his menu there and reforged a bunch of stuff. So I have defense attributes on all of my equipable items. So I have a really high defense right now. I think it's at 99, which is pretty good. Not the highest it goes, but pretty good. We got it up. Huh. I can't really check. It's too hectic right now. I'll check later. I think my defense is at 99, though. Holding out for a broken hero sword. A lot of action on screen at any one time, so I don't know what the drop rate is on that. It might be like 1 out of every 50 or... No, you know what? I think I actually remember. I think it's 1 out of every 200. I think it's got a 0.5% drop rate. So if we kill 200 of these guys, we should hopefully at least get 1 broken hero sword. Try not to stand on the portal when other people are walking on it. Don't want to get sucked in. I got a monsters only pressure plate on that, but apparently I get sucked in too if I'm standing on it when it gets activated. I guess that only makes sense. I'm just gonna try to avoid it totally, like avoid even touching the teleport pad. Look at all those guys getting teleported into the death box. It's so awesome. Let's get through here, pick up all the stuff. Solar eclipse is just about halfway over. You can see the sun and the moon up there together, about halfway across the screen. This seems to be a pretty good place to stand because they all kind of walk towards like the center of the screen where I position myself correctly and they end up walking into the teleporter, which, you know, as I said, brings them into this death box, which is good for me. Gets them out of my hair and pretty much guarantees that they'll be killed. No way out of the death box. It's a one-way portal. Vampires. I know that Terraria has a lot of seasonal events, and I've been playing this game on the show, on the stream here, for more than half a year. I figured it out. Like it was something like 31 weeks or 32 weeks or something. Every Wednesday. Of course, I'm streaming on Monday today because I'm doing a couple of Terraria weeks here for the finale. But yeah, I've been streaming for more than half of a year, and I've never seen any holiday events, any seasonal events here. I know that Terraria has a few of them. I guess I just decided to play at the wrong time of year. These guys are kind of Halloween-y, though. That's what made me think of it. Vampires and whatnot. Ah! Alright, done with the solar eclipse. Finish this up and go take our, go make a rare set of wings and take our new key into the dungeon and get a new weapon and farm clother voodoo dolls for a while. Got quiet all of a sudden. Any broken hero swords yet? Yay, I got one. I didn't even notice I picked it up. Awesome. Wonder where I picked it up at. Oh, there's another one in the wall, I think. Yep. Got two so far. That's pretty good. If I get one more, I'll be able to make the Terra blade. Which is supposedly, and I've heard other people saying this isn't me saying this, but supposedly the best melee weapon in 1.2. Yeah, we got this thing down to a science, man. They're all dying pretty good. Vampire knives keeping my health up. Get through there and pick everything up. Solar eclipse almost over. After the solar eclipse, I'll show you the equipment that I'm using. It's not the best equipment in the game, but it's the best I could make with what I had. Show you my gear. If you're just joining the stream, thanks for checking out Normal Game Couch. Episode 34 of our Terraria Let's Play. And check out all previous episodes on YouTube. Getting hectic. Jump down and grab everything. Ah. Solar eclipse is almost over. We got 2 broken hero swords. My kingdom for 1 more broken hero sword. A couple minutes left in this solar eclipse here. You know, I think when someone teleports in to the death box... Oh, there's another broken hero sword. Awesome! We got 3. Man, getting 3 broken hero swords on a single solar eclipse is almost unheard of. That's awesome. So we'll do something with those on the next episode. I'm not gonna mess with that on this episode. We'll do something with those on the next episode. But that's awesome. That's almost unheard of, dude. Man, I'm really stoked about that too. I never had a Terra blade before, so I'm pretty excited about that. Ah! I teleported into my own death box. Let's see if we can get out of here. There we go. Very dangerous. Alright, I think it's starting to slow down. Yeah, there comes the blood moon now. So it was a solar eclipse followed immediately by a blood moon. That's crazy. I almost kind of want to stick it out here, man, because this is an amazing setup we got here. Maybe we'll go ahead and stick out the blood moon here too. Like, I don't want this to get stale or anything, but I'm really proud of this arena. And it really kind of seems to get the job done, you know? Maybe we'll do like the first half of the blood moon here. Like, I don't want this to get stale, so... The blood moon's not that big of a deal, though. Maybe we'll just forget it. Wow, I got so many pirate maps. And there's our 3 broken hero swords. That's amazing. I've never seen 3 broken hero swords drop in one solar eclipse. The most I've seen is 2, and I thought that was extremely lucky. Yeah, we're not going to do the blood moon here. So at this point in the game, to me, the blood moon's kind of a non-event. So we'll just go ahead on and do our other stuff. Although the stuff that I had planned was going to be crafting stuff, and I don't want to do crafting during a blood moon, because then I'd have to take all these enemies into our house. And I don't want them to kill all my NPCs. Well, how about this? How about we farm for the Clothier Voodoo Doll for a little while the blood moon passes. I think that's reasonable. So that has to be done in the dungeon. So let's make our way to the dungeon. Get on there. Get to our dungeon here. There's our beautiful house. Get to the dungeon. There we go. Alright, so we're going to farm here for a while and see if we can get the Clothier Voodoo Doll. I know in the previous episode, no. What the Clothier Voodoo Doll was for. I've since discovered what it's for, and I realize now that I need one because I have something planned for a future episode. I need one more Clothier Voodoo Doll. And the skeletons in the dungeon here drop it. It's got a... trying to remember the drop rate. Is it a... It's a 0.33 drop rate. So I might have to kill a few of these guys to get it. And one of the reasons I want to come back to the dungeon was to get the weapon from the hollowed chest. But I can't craft my key because I have too many dudes because of the blood moon crowding my house. So We gotta wait till the blood moon's over. But we can scout the location of the hollowed chest. I kind of scouted it before. I think it's like down here, and is it to the right? I might even like run right by it. There it is. Okay, so we'll come back here after we get the key and open this up. These guys are a pain in the neck. And there's an awesome weapon inside. So I'm super stoked about getting that weapon. Just seeing how full our inventory was. Oh, I wanted to show you, I don't know if we have really a safe place in here to do this, but I wanted to show my equipment that I'm using. I got our wings. I have the warding prefix on all of our stuff, so each one of these equipables gives +4 to defense. We got the angel wings here, warrior emblem, which increases our melee damage, fire gauntlet, which increases our melee damage and speed, and also increases knockback and adds fire effect on our attacks. We got this thing which increases our life regen and cooldown of healing potions by 15 seconds. We got this thing which does a bunch of stuff. It allows flight, which we don't use necessarily because we have the wings. But the flight on the wings, you might think this is redundant. Like, why would I have the wings if the boots do the same thing? I could put something else in the slot where I have the wings and get better attributes. But I like the way the wings fly better, and I'm more accustomed to it. So I'm better at maneuvering with the wings than I am with the boots. So that's why I kept the wings. Also allows super fast running and extra mobility on ice, which doesn't really affect our day-to-day routine all that much because we're not really in the ice biome all that much. I got the complete mummy set here for kicks, and we're rocking the beetle armor with the beetle shell, which gives beetles protect us from damage. So that's the 3 things flying around us. They're like a meat shield, kind of. So I just wanted to show you what we're using. And we got pretty good modifiers on the weapons too. Let me show the weapons real quick. Ah, I'm getting attacked. Over here was a surprisingly safe space. On our weapons we have demonic, which increases our damage output by 14% and critical strike chance. Superior, which increases our damage, our critical strike chance, and our knockback on that flower pow. And on the golden shower we have speed, mana cost, and knockback. So a bunch of good modifiers on all our stuff. I spent probably about 12 platinum reforging all of our weapons and equipment. But I think it was worth it, man. I really do. I think if you have the platinum to spare, I think it's worth it to reforge your end-game stuff. I went for defense over damage output. Because that's how I roll. Yeah, we have 93 defense. I was using a paladin shield before, and that's where I was getting 99 from. But then I realized that it's really only fully effective if you take it into multiplayer, which I didn't plan on doing. Ah. So yeah, we're here for the Clother Voodoo doll. Because I stupidly threw one into the lava a couple episodes back, not realizing that that's not how you use it. And what I didn't realize at the time is I could have jumped back into the lava and got it, because it's blue rarity and doesn't burn. Apparently that's a thing. If something is of blue rarity, it doesn't burn in the lava. So I could have gone in, I could have jumped right back in and got it. I didn't know that. So now I gotta... Ah, is that like a bird? Like a duck or something? I kind of want that painting. Powered by birds. Got a couple of new birds myself. A couple of finches. In real life, I'm talking about, not the game. I got a... oh, we got one of these commando dudes. I got a zebra finch and a society finch. I named them Linnell and Flansburgh after the dudes from They Might Be Giants. Let's get rid of this trap. I'm kind of sick of it hitting me. So, I wonder if the blood moon is over. I don't know what time of day it is. Let's get out of here and see. Where's our mirror? There it is. Lay off me. Mushroom biome. It always looks like it's night. We need to get up here to see what time of day it is. Alright, yeah, sun's coming up, so that was perfect timing. Okay. So, let's see if we can make a new set of wings. I got, where was it? I got this thing, bone feather. I'm kind of wondering if there's a set of wings that goes with this, because most of these rare feathers have a set of wings that go with them. Also, I wanted to point this out. This is a chest that I got from the dungeon. This is what the vampire knives came in. I'm using it there's something in there. I'm not going to spoil it. This is for the last episode. I moved the chest over here, and there's something inside of there that I'm going to use for the last episode. I'm not going to spoil it. So if you want to see what's in that chest and find out how it applies to the finale, which is episode 36, which will be Wednesday night at 8 p.m. EST, be sure to tune in, and we'll see what's in the chest. But yeah, so we gotta find our crafter guy. Where is he? I can never find this dude, man. Crafter guy. There he is. Alright, so let's see what we can make out of this feather. Yeah, bone wings, I was right. So we need 20 souls of flight. Well, that's not a problem. I don't think that's a problem. I think we have that. Let's go up to our soul chest. Soul chest. I like the sound of that. I think I mentioned that before. Oh, we actually don't have 20 souls of flight. We have 7. Well, let's go... whoops. Pick that up. Let's go get some more souls of flight, man, because we want that, right? Or... let's get this new weapon from the dungeon first, and then we can use that new weapon to get our souls of flight that we need. So I have the key mold. Man, I was getting nervous there for a second. I was like, I still have it, right? Got our key mold. Let's drop some of the stuff off. We're carrying too much stuff. Auto stack some of the stuff out of our inventory. And put our new painting in there. Alright, what do we need for... wow, we got a lot of pirate maps. You know what? I got 2 in this chest already, and they don't stack. So I'm just going to sell the other 4. They may not even be worth anything. I just kind of... maybe we can make some money off of them. Yeah, no value. This is going to hurt, but I need to get rid of them. I need to make that space. It just summons pirate invasions. That's not that big of a deal to me. Let's quick stack some stuff in here. Quick stack any of this stuff? No? Alright. I guess that's good enough for now. Oh, let's drop the hero swords. We'll put them in our sword chest. I picked up a couple of these key brands. They're basically the weapon from Kingdom Hearts. I'll show you what they look like. It's not really that big of a deal. They hit pretty hard. Would be a good weapon to reforge. But I have bigger plans. What did our... Okay. I have bigger plans as far as melee weapons go. Yeah. Foreshadowing there. Alright, so in order to make the hollowed key, we need a blank key, which we have in one of these chests down here. This is our miscellaneous section. To grab a blank temple key, and we need 5... What do we need? We need different kinds of souls. I can't remember. Where's our keys at? We need 5 fright, might, sight. Fright, might, sight. Fright. Whoops. Sight. How did that happen? Whoops. I think I hit the wrong button. We want that equipped. And might. Okay. Now we can make our key. There it is. Come back to recipes. Hollowed key. Alright, now we can take that hollowed key into the dungeon. Get the new weapon. And then we're going to farm for some souls of flight. And then we'll make those new wings. If there's any time left after that, we will farm some more for the Clother voodoo doll. Alright. See if we can get there without looking at the map. It's kind of centrally located. I think it's down here. And then it was up here, I believe. Ah! And there it is. Alright. Our new weapon. I know I'm going to get attacked here. We got our rainbow gun. Unpleasant. So it already has a pretty good modifier on it. Not the best modifier, but pretty good. Oh, do we need... Oh. I looked like we needed some kind of ammo for it, but we do not. There you go, man. Rainbow gun. Awesome. And let's pick up this empty, this empty chest as well, so we can use that for something. Doesn't look like you can hold the attack button down to keep shooting, which is kind of unfortunate. Alright, let's get out of here, go find some more souls of flight. Where's the nearest Sky Island? Where do we want to go to get our Sky Island on? To the right, we got a rope going up to one. That's pretty cool, man. I wish you could hold it down like a lot of the other endgame weapons, but that's fine. It's fine. Whoa, really floaty up here. Sometimes I forget how floaty it is. Alright, so the Wyverns should start attacking. And when they do, we'll take them out with our new rainbow gun. It's pretty cool, man. I like it. Pretty cool, man. I noticed, I've seen people with the rainbow gun on the internet, like playing the PC version, and it seems like the width of the rainbow on the PC version is much wider than it is on the console version. It could just be the version of the game that they were playing. Like, I'm playing 1.2 point something something something. I can't remember exactly. I don't know what versions I've seen on the internet, but I think this weapon's pretty good for damage over time, DOT. If you manage to line it up right, this would probably be really good in the arena, like on the ground floor of the arena. I can just stand there like this, like stoically, and just shoot it forward, and just do DOT on everybody underneath, like those platforms. That would be really good. Still waiting for a Wyvern to show up. How many Souls of Flight we got right now? 7? Let's put it up in the hotbar so we can keep track of it. Wyvern should start showing up any minute now. I think this weapon is probably more effective at ground level, but I kind of still want to use it anyway. It's not like we're in any real danger up here. I should have brought a water candle up here. It would make it so that more enemies come around. What's this? Broken batwing. Okay. For a second I thought that might have been wings that we could equip. I was like, whoa, awesome. That's just a material. Killing dudes off screen. Come on. I think the vampire knives combined with the rainbow gun is a very effective combination. I think having these two... Oh, there's a Wyvern. I think having these two is probably like the most effective combination of like gear that you get from biome chests in the dungeon. At least in a Crimson world. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty satisfying. Alright, so we got 15 Souls of Flight now. If we kill one more Wyvern, we should have enough to make those wings. This thing does 47 magic damage, but it does damage over time. Alright, man, one more Wyvern, come on. By the way, it is in fact Wyvern, it's not Wyvern. Look these words up in the dictionary so I don't make a fool out of myself on the stream. I must admit to saying palladium wrong the first time I found it because I didn't know. I think I was saying palladium. Ah, an archwyvern. Want to be careful not to go too close to the top of the screen, because then if I leave... What happened? Why can I not shoot? If I leave the... if I go too high, I leave the playing field, and then the Wyvern despawns. So we definitely don't want that. Sometimes I can't fire the weapon. I don't know what's up with that. I'm not silenced. Oh, I'm running out of mana. I didn't realize this was a mana-based weapon. I did not know that. Well, we'll use the knives to finish this guy off. I did not know that. Alright, so there's our 20 Souls of Flight. Let's go back down to the castle. Our home. stuck the landing. And make our bone wings. Let's see, we still have the bones in our inventory, right? Or the, yeah, bone feather. Alright, and do this here. Go here. There it is. Well, we can also make bat wings. Ghost wings. I'm gonna make the bone wings. I like the look of them. I like the kind of like goth aspect to the bat wings, but aesthetically, I'm not sure I dig that claw at the end of them. And the ghost wings are too similar to what we have now. Plus, they're translucent, and I'm not rocking any translucent armor. So I'm gonna go with the bone wings because I think they're the most aesthetically pleasing. So let's switch to the bone wings. Intrepid bone wings. 3% melee speed. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can reforge these to a better prefix. All right, melee speed. 3% melee speed is actually pretty good, but 2% critical strike chance. Oh, you know what I should grab real quick? I made the mistake of not doing this earlier. If I have this equipped, I get a discount on reforging. What that does, let me show you. Shops have lower prices. That actually lowers it by 20%. So it's a pretty significant amount. I'm like trying to fly up there. I just unequipped my wings. Okay. Reforge. Alright, precise bone wings. 2 defense, pretty good. What I'm hoping for is warding. The +4 defense. That's what I'm hoping to see. Fleeting, 2% movement speed. 3% damage is pretty good. I might run out of money here, but that's okay. No. 3% damage, no. 4% damage, menacing. I kind of want to keep that. I know I was going for defense, but that's the 4% damage is like the high end of the damage prefixes for equipable items. So I think I might want to keep that, but at the same time, 4% damage isn't really that much. It works best when you stack it with the same prefix across 5 items. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going and try to hit the warding modifier. See, this is what eats up your money. There it is, warding bone wings. Okay. All right, man. That's awesome. So we got our defense back up to 93 and a cooler pair of wings. Not that there was anything wrong with the angel wings, but these are a lot cooler looking. Okay. And last but not least, we should go to the dungeon and see about let's drop some stuff back in our storage. Let's see about getting the Clothier Voodoo doll, man. It's the thing I'm working on now, you know. Got something planned for it. Trying to quick stack this stuff, but it's not very effective. I gotta do some of the stuff by hand, I guess. I got this and this. I can make something pretty good out of those. Might do that off the stream. It's not that big of a deal. Where we got our flails at? Up there. Okay. I'm going to put the flower pow up here. Get our soul chest. Alright. And what else? Got a tabby here, spiked tabby. Stick that in our equipables chest. Broken bat wing, stick that in our naturals section. Put it in our fauna chest. Suspicious looking eye. We have a chest with some boss summons, but where we got that? What happened to boss summons? Alright, well we'll just stick that in here. Now, you know what? Let's put that in costumes, statues. Let's put that in this one. I think that works. Rocket launcher. I think we got a rocket launcher before, didn't we? I don't recall. I don't see one. Oh, that's cool. We'll just put that in here. Did we get... I guess we picked up 2 tabby. I didn't even notice. Alright. So this is the shield I was using before. In place of this thing. The warding charm of myths. But then I realized that the absorbing 25% of damage done to players on your team, I figured even if I'm playing by myself, I'm still a player on my team, right? But then I looked online and found out that the effect does not apply if you're playing solo. So I decided to stick that back in storage. Okay, and let's drop our money back in our money chest. Our platinum, our gold, our silver, and our copper. Get rid of potions. We don't need to be carrying these potions. This does not sell for anything, so we can just trash it. We already, as you can see on my character, we already have the full set, so it's kind of unnecessary. And we have our chests here. Let's move that up there and put this chest in here. And the last thing is a green brick platform. We'll just get rid of that since it's just one. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. Awesome. Managed to fit in a lot on this episode so far. Let's see if we can make it a hat trick and get this voodoo doll. Like I said, the thing we're looking for, the Clother voodoo doll, has a drop rate of 0.33%, so you gotta kill about 300 dudes before you get it. I'm just kind of hoping that maybe we'll get lucky and we won't have to kill that many dudes. Yeah, that's awesome. Pretty effective, dude. It's DOT. I like that. So I'm pretty sure all the skeletons in the dungeon, whether they're, you know, dark casters or what's this guy? Blue armored bones. I'm pretty sure if it's a skeleton in the dungeon, then it has a chance of dropping the Clother voodoo doll that we're looking for. Oh, that's awesome. So effective. Bone feather. Got another bone feather. I'm kind of thinking this might be a good spot to kind of just hang around and farm for a while. I think I can kind of like control the flow of enemies here. Again, I should have brought a water candle. Oh, there's a slime here, a dungeon slime. These always have a key inside. Not that there's any more gold chests in the dungeon to get. I think we got them all. Yeah, I think my problem before was I was firing the rainbow gun, uh, like it was going out of style. What I need to realize is you can just leave that there and let it sit, and then you don't have to burn through your mana like I was. That's my problem, dude. I was burning through the mana too fast. Well, like I said, I didn't realize that it was actually a magic weapon. I know that now, so we'll be a little more careful. Maybe we'll go into the dungeon a bit. That's awesome. So effective, I love it. Alright, got some ectoplasm for me? Yeah. Oh. Silver coins. Alright, yeah, let's go into the dungeon a bit deeper. I mean, as far as farming is concerned, it doesn't really matter if you do it at the beginning or the end of the dungeon, but might as well make it a bit more dynamic here for the stream and go into the dungeon. I remember, like, way back on, like, episode... I want to say... Oh, there is a... Oh, it's empty. Way back on episode, like, 16, 15 or 16, I didn't know that the dungeon was going to introduce all kinds of new stuff for hard mode. So I was like... I breathed like a sigh of relief, thinking that, oh man, we're finally done with the dungeon. Awesome. But I keep having to come back here for things, man. Kind of start to hate this place after a while. I'm not going to be honest with you, dude. Kind of start to hate this place after a while. But, now we can, like, kind of deal with it. Like, we have good gear. I mean, when the, what is he called? The Avatar or whatever? When he shows up... Or no, not the Avatar, the Paladin. When the Paladin shows up, it's kind of rough, but other than that, we can pretty much hold our own in the dungeon without even really batting an eye. Fly right into the spikes. Why not? So I cleared this area out before. I used to have a bunch of spikes here. Still some spikes on the wall. I think I died when I was doing it. Let's finish it off here. Finish what I started. When I was farming... Oh, there's the man of the hour. Let's see what we can do against this guy. It's not very effective against him. I think maybe if I can time it right, I can just take this guy out with vampire knives, because I got that they refill my health as I take damage. Yeah, that was alright. Could have gone a lot better, but hey, I killed him. I was just like taking the damage, like he was just bunting me, and I was just taking the damage, but you know what? I'm okay with that. If it works, it works. Get rid of these spikes, man. These spikes are kind of in a bad spot. It's rusty armored bones trying to act froggy. Get out of here. What are you doing in my basement? Alright, yeah, get rid of those spikes. Spikes in a bad spot, man. Anyone else want to try act froggy? Just a FYI, I'm glad people are sending messages and everything, and I will respond to messages sent via PSN after the stream. If I remember, I will respond to messages. I can't do it right now because I'm kind of doing Terraria as a Let's Play. It's going to be, like I said, I have all my episodes on YouTube, So I can't really respond right now because I'm trying to keep the episodes uniform. But give me a chance after the stream, and I'll try to respond to everybody. In fact, I'm going to be wrapping up the stream here in a bit. I will be doing my Japanese demo post-game show in about 10-15 minutes. So if you want to stick around and watch me play some Japanese demos, just keep the channel open, and you'll get to watch me play through some Japanese demos. We never got our Clother voodoo doll. I definitely want to... I need it for something. I'm not... it's kind of a secret. But I need it for something, so I'm going to be getting that off the stream, apparently. So, alright, let's get out of here. So that was a pretty productive episode. Got a lot done. Got 3 broken hero swords. I got something planned for those too. Yeah, right here, 3 broken hero swords. So be setting something up with those on the next episode. So anyway, that was episode 34, and you got this chest that will be the contents of which will become known on the finale. We got something planned for that. So anyway, thanks for watching. As Normal Game Couch, I've been your host, Peyton. That was episode 34 of the Mandleth Operation. Thanks for watching. See you next time.